Hello, everyone. Hello, Dial the Gate viewers. We are the Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. This is Nicole.
Hi.
And this is Evie.
Hello.
And every once in a while, the three of us will pop up on the Dial the Gate screen. And I've gotten a couple of emails like, who are these people? We
Yeah.
are the Wormhole Extremists.
We
And if you don't know what that could be in reference to, you're not a proper Stargate fan. We are getting
Ooh.
ready to launch the Stargate Atlantis rewatch, which is coming this Sunday, the 20th of July, at 1 p.m. Pacific time with Rising, the full feature, uncut all the way through. And if you are wanting to rewatch the show, this is the time to join us. We are going to be watching the entire pilot this Sunday, and then every week after that, for the foreseeable future, on Sundays, the first hour will be SG-1 at about 1 o'clock. The second hour will be Stargate Atlantis at about 2 o'clock, as in alignment with them as they aired back in 2004. We're going to be continuing with SG-1. We just finished, Lost City a few weeks ago,
New
guys?
Order. And we started
New Order.
Order.
We've already done
Yeah,
New
we
Order.
watched New Order.
That's right,
Yeah.
my memory. So this is the time to jump on because we're going to be watching Atlantis for at least the next 2.5 years and finishing up SG-1. So this is why we're reaching out now, so that you can join us because we have cookies and we have lemons.
We have lemons. Yes, I had to make some like set decor specifically to celebrate the start of us rewatching Atlantis. So I've gone with a jar of lemons from my mum, actually, from my mum's tree. They're organic. And then I decided to add some foliage because I actually just had my birthday party and my mum had like little jars of foliage around the table as decoration.
There you go.
So I stole some from there,
gonna say, you make it,
and
yeah.
I
Substitute
thought it
as the
was
dead
kind of a good like
10,000-year-old
little
dead plants.
salute.
Yeah,
Salute to Atlanta, seeing as there's lots of plants
absolutely.
of questionable origin, but
Yeah.
you know,
It works.
it makes Atlantis
They
look
shouldn't
pretty.
still be there. They should be like a pile of dust.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
we
yeah,
are.
who's been watering them?
Yeah.
That's the thing, you know. We're every 3,300 years, maybe. Maybe. That's an awful lot of time
Exactly.
spent wandering around the
Modify
city
some
with a jug.
plants.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. So,
Maybe there's a secret water spout that she like installed that we just didn't get to see, and then it
that's
stopped
it.
working.
Absolutely.
Perhaps.
You would think that they would have their own irrigation, though, at this point, in each of those pots
Yeah.
coming up through the floor to
Yeah.
occasionally water them. But anyway, and extracting it from the ocean floor, but whatever. So we're really excited about that. We're really excited to be finally getting
Yeah.
to the first spin-off of SG-1, because that's about
Yes.
time. And we hope that you can join us for your favorite episodes, or maybe perhaps every one if you have nothing to do on a
Season
Sunday.
7 took us like 6-7 months.
It did.
Because of just delays.
It
in
did.
life.
We had some interruptions,
Is this
and
true?
we'll probably still have a few more interruptions. There's no guarantees.
There are no guarantees every weekend. So we can, where you go to dialthegate.com, if I can pull it up, and this is where we have our complete episode schedule. Rising is
Yes.
currently the only one booked because currently I'm building an infrastructure for this page with my webmaster to automatically plug this stuff in via Google Sheet. So that's I'm hoping that it's going to get put out so that because I have others loaded, and when it's
Yep.
done, they'll just suddenly appear there. So I know that it's been done on his side, and that's not happened yet. But we're really excited about joining this, to be getting on with this particular series and continuing our journey
Absolutely.
because we started in July of 22
Yeah.
with Children of the
Yes.
Gods on its
Yes.
25th anniversary, the day of the 20th anniversary premiere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Day of
that's
the
right.
premiere
We did
25
do
years
that.
ago. And then we went
I
backwards
forgot.
like I did in my first watch and saw the movie for the first time after the pilot.
Yes.
And then we went to Canada, and then we like really went ham with the show.
Ham, green eggs, and
we went
Totally.
ham, all glazed and delicious. Yeah.
Part of our show, by the way, guys. I got blue tongue, so excuse that. I ate some candy.
yeah, so let's call it out. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it out because everyone's gonna be like, "Why's the tongue so blue?" Or it's blue M&Ms. Really, I love both. So usually, as part of our show, we do a bad example where every week one of us does a really terrible drawing, of and try and guess the episode.
30 seconds or less is the rule,
Yes.
Yep.
the hard and fast
Yeah.
rule. Because
This is
these
basically
drawings were
Evie.
becoming really beautiful for some
Evie
people, and
was
it's like,
too
okay,
good.
the idea
Stop.
is to make make it hard, not to.
They're supposed to be
a
awful
work of
drawings,
art.
and I was putting apparently in too much effort.
They look
Yeah.
so
So that's
good,
my
and
bad.
you know exactly what the episode was, so it's kind of like a quick trivia game. So we've got one for you today to kind of demo, how we start each of our shows. You guys ready?
Yeah,
Yes, as ready as I can be.
and the audience can pause to take a minute. Oh my goodness!
Oh wow. Okay, is that has to be the San Francisco Bay, and that's
That's Atlantis. That's the
That's
last
Atlantis.
episode.
That's it. Name the
finale.
episode.
Oh my goodness.
the last episode.
Yes.
Wow, this is making us look really bad, isn't it?
Yes.
What's
Ooh,
is
I
one of
can't
the
remember
words?
the name.
Isn't one of the words "gate" in it? Like
Yes.
enemy at the
Oh.
gate.
Oh, well
that
done.
That's it. Very good.
Ding,
Thank
ding,
you.
ding, ding,
I was
ding, ding,
sweating there for a
ding.
second. So
Took me a
let me get
second.
my Jonas on here. Hang on. But yeah, no, that's it.
There
So
are
we-
hundreds of episodes of the show. It's hard to keep them all.
Really?
Yeah, for me, often
Yeah.
it
Hundreds of
takes
episodes.
of all of them. It takes me a second to get it. Like sometimes I'll be trying to guess an episode and then I'll from
Yeah.
like the description from like the first sentence.
Yes.
And then I'll be like, oh, just give me the first letter, and then they'll be like, oh, this, and I'll go, oh, bleh, and then it just comes out of me.
It reels out. Yeah. The point is to
Yes.
connect the imagery with the other data packet in your
Yeah.
synapse storage capacity thingy
I
up
was
here.
talking
Exactly.
to David about this the other week. Actually, I've got a thing in my brain where I've realized that I'm not very good at imagining things, but ironically, when it comes to memory recall, I am able to recollect everything based on images. So when I think about Stargate episodes and trying to remember them, I don't think about anything beyond the actual DVD box and holding up the individual
strongest memory.
DVDs. Yeah, and then I'm just like,
That's
How you
oh,
connect
so-
them.
That's how I remember the order of like certain
Mm-hmm.
episodes. Like season 1, I'm really good at memorizing.
Yeah.
I have all the DVDs out in front of me, so I know the exact
Yes.
order of every episode. of
I'm
that
pretty
season.
sure one of the first times we met in person, probably the first time or even prior to that, just talking on Zoom or
LA.
something, you were able to recite each episode of Stargate in order
She was a super
off
fan.
the top of your head.
Now it's gotten a bit rusty. I'm getting rustier as I get older. More
It
information.
gets
keeps
It's
rustier.
going
because
in.
you're having to learn other things and it's kicking out the Stargate knowledge that's not relevant to everyday life.
How dare it?
You do
It's
tend to
extremely
have a
relevant.
maximum capacity of RAM that is hard to hot
You
swap.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Anyway,
too much
back on
Stargate, man.
Atlantis.
But
Yes.
I am looking forward to falling in love with McKay.
all
because
over again.
In SG1, he was pretty despicable. He kind of got a little bit more likable towards the end, but I think in Atlantis is where you really start, well, where I really start to fall in love with him. And I think he's like the high point of that series for me.
So
And I love him and Keller.
him and Keller.
That's who I ship.
You shipped McKay and Keller.
Yeah,
I
same.
do. Yes, I do.
She's so nice and sensitive. She's able to put up with his nonsense, and then hopefully, they're able to, both come together and make.
I think they kind of have
humble.
qualities
She
in
humbles him.
they have qualities in themselves that they don't have in the other person. They kind of complete each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just think they go really well together.
What do you think was the biggest change for Rodney from SG1 to Atlantis? Because if Redemption hadn't happened, I don't think it would have nearly been as successful. What do you think
Yeah.
Atlantis gave Rodney that SG1 barely glimpsed at?
Oh, working in the field.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he didn't have to do that with SG1. He was just sort of a behind the desk sort of scientist. And
Yeah.
now he's kind of more in the field, having to think on his feet in real life action scenarios. And
Yeah.
I think it's where he kind of really
Shines.
comes into his own. Yeah. As annoying as he is, and he definitely has a bit of the tism, but we love
Yeah,
him.
definitely. I
Tism.
definitely
Pick a tism.
share,
He's got one of them.
I think
At
I
least.
share a corner of tism with him a little bit, but
my God.
I think some of the just some
You
of the
were
he-
spicy.
He deserved like that whole thing where he's like, it was my idea, it was my thing, I deserve credit for it. I think I have
Yes.
some of that.
He likes to push
For
the
sure.
button.
Yeah, I'm very
Yes.
You
Oh,
share
God.
credit now?
But yeah, I think for me
Oh.
his improvement is like were less misogynistic with the way he is, because he wasn't really like funny before. He was just kind of, you know, the worst. And then
He was kind of the worst.
he was just
The
quite,
worst.
he was funny on his own, and it wasn't the misogyny started taking a back seat, and he started just being like genuinely funny. But I think the main thing
Yeah.
was also just having Shepard to riff with. They have such a great, you know,
Yes.
riff with everyone beautifully, but Shepard, the chemistry.
So
Yeah.
I had
David.
not planned on this, but I think that that's the case, where it fleshed him out, it made him a little bit more human. Arguably, it made Stargate more
Atlantis was more of the McKay show.
do I want to say that?
I don't know what you want to say.
I find that
it
Atlantis is
felt
more monster of the week.
It felt less real to me. It
Slightly,
less concrete,
yeah.
but at the because it was just
They're in a flying city. It's already.
I'm
kind of
moving
confident,
on.
you know?
You want to get my
Yeah.
detailed thoughts? It's going to be
Yeah,
gonna
wait
be
for the episode.
in the series. But this is completely unrelated. And Evie mentioned this, and I remembered that I downloaded this meme earlier this past week, and it's completely unrelated. Did I mention it's completely unrelated? So here we go. So I like Rodney McKay.
Yeah, I think
In
McKay.
sound
Atlantis.
Exactly.
That is incredibly accurate. That's exactly what I didn't want to watch Atlantis when I was a kid, because I went, McKay sucks. Why would I want
He's
to watch
a
that show?
douche.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the worst.
I
He's
love
a
agree.
douche with a heart
Yeah.
of gold. And I know hardcore card-carrying feminists who love him. And it's like, okay,
Yeah, I'm a
Really?
massive
what's the
feminist, and I'm
distinction?
like, oh yeah, he's
and they're
fine.
like, it's because we know his heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, that's
Yes.
right. You know? And if you
Yes.
can know
Yeah.
his heart, you can take time to know anyone's heart.
Yeah.
I think you kind of got to just, yeah, he just has a different way of looking at things, and I think that's kind of why I said he has a bit of the
The
tism.
spicy brain. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit neurospicy because he just I don't know, he thinks
Neurospicy.
more like he's practical, and you can't be
Yeah.
practical in all situations of your life. And I think you just need to understand how his head operates, and then you appreciate him more as a character.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I really enjoy the way that he grows from SG-1 to Atlantis.
I'm just in
And
love
yeah,
with him,
I'm looking
you
forward to falling in love with him gradually.
Yes.
All over again.
Like, honestly, David Hewlett is like my #1 Stargate crush. It was Michael Shanks, and then when I saw McKay
Yeah.
in Atlantis, I was like, and speaking of, you know, actors, Jeff Golker,
Yes.
my bestie, love him to bits. He's the best.
Ritu Charlie from Show and Tell.
Ritu Charlie
Yeah.
from Show and
Yes.
Tell. He would.
It was
he
a
sent
match
me the
made on
ratings.
Ritalia.
Yeah, he would send me his episode ratings when he was going through the show finally after
Yes.
meeting at GayCon. And I remember every episode when he would rate Atlantis, he'd be like, okay, so McKay wasn't in it, so it immediately takes a hit with chevrons. And I was just like, damn, like that's
Aww.
if McKay wasn't in it, he could
Holding
feel
the show.
Kay was
Yeah,
in
he's-
every episode, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You're talking about the center, taking the center stage.
Not entirely, no, because he wasn't entirely in every episode. So, for example, there's like the one with Keller and Taylor on the planet.
He's not
where
in that at
the
all?
People are, and he's not in
Yes.
that one. Stuff like that. And he likes the other stories,
Ah.
but something about McKay and yeah, sometimes he takes back seats. But when
what I'm
McKay
saying.
is like is the center, you're right. It's a combination of the two. When he's at the center of it, it's like the episodes really, really shine because he's just so. I don't know. He's just such a presence, and Jeff felt that. Not that it's bad for anybody else in any kind of way. He loved
Yeah.
all the characters, but McKay
Yeah.
is just such a force, and he loved seeing McKay. So when he wasn't there, he was a bit sad. And his rating.
You know, we can look forward to having two McKays in the one episode.
I'm so excited. I
Double
really loved
McKay
that he had like
from another
I think-
dimension, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
David
Rod.
Hewlett talked about there
Rod,
was
that's
a
right.
mole on the back of his neck or something, and he didn't realize it was there until they had to get like the double in or something.
It's so funny. You know what it reminds me of? I don't know if either of you have ever watched Red Dwarf, but
Yes.
there's like a few episodes where they have Ace Rimmer, who's like the cooler version of one of the like the regular characters, and the
Yeah.
other crew just love him so much more. He's just fun to be around.
that
He's got a good
episode.
sense of humor, and he's got a different energy. And
Yeah.
like the regular Rimmer is just really envious of Ace Rimmer because everyone loves him more, and it just reminds me of that.
There's more than
Yeah.
one.
Fond
100%.
memories.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to finding a way to articulate my feelings about this show. I really enjoy the show, but it's not my favorite of the three. And
Okay.
like balancing myself on that beam is going to be very interesting as we move forward. Because one of the things that I've found about this is I've on Wormhole Extremists I've been able to flesh out my opinions more than I would in mixed company with people who created them on through the Dial the Gate interviews. So
David gets real
Fair.
honest,
You've got to
guys.
hold your
I
tongue
get
to a
more
certain
honest.
extent.
Yes,
Yeah.
there are gradations
Comparatively.
of honest.
Yes.
So, but yeah, so
You're like an onion. There's
really-
many layers.
Yeah.
there are many layers, and they
I'm
stink
looking
as they go
forward-
lower down.
To the tower. That one's going to be.
I am not.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to David. I'm not
that's
looking forward to
so
the episode.
bad.
I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to
it's
watching
definitely
David.
not my favorite of the
There was
series.
a big brouhaha behind the scenes between Gateworld and production at the time about the tower. We'll get into it as
I
as
look
we get
forward to
closer.
hearing
I'm
that.
really looking forward
And
to
that
hearing.
then,
story.
at complete cross purposes, I had a conversation with Joseph Malazzi several years later and found out that the network, it's the one and only script that the network didn't want to have anything to do with.
Ooh, wash
it
their
was like,
hands.
right. And
Right,
but the production
okay.
was like, we're going forward with it, and they did. And Gateworld published, anyway, it's coming up in about a year.
Drama.
So,
Stand by for the full details.
Yeah, also,
in
so one of
several
the-
years' time.
One of the things about this show that is great is so I just sit here and spitball while David has all the not all but a lot of the insider knowledge behind the scenes fun
Some.
facts. Yeah, and Evie does so much research beforehand that she is full of other facts and
yep.
stuff. And
So
then,
you're not just rewatching
well.
with fans; you are gaining behind the scenes secrets that I know that you've not come across before because I have not. I don't know everything.
I've
And so
learned a
we
lot.
all end
David's
up
been
surprising each
surprised.
other. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, wow, I didn't know that. Like the whole, what was the other one? Go back and rewatch New Order Part 1, and Michael's right eye is red through
Yeah, it's like
almost
totally
all
bloodshot.
of the boardroom scenes and a couple other
Yeah.
scenes because he scratched his cornea that week and decided to power through. And you apparently do not know pain until, at least in your face, until you have scratched your cornea with your eyelash. So,
Ooh,
not fun.
that just sounds awful. Like, that's something I
That's
don't
why they
want to ever
that's why they do this
experience.
and this rather than this and this because it hurts. So,
yeah.
but that's all for us today, folks. We've got a lot coming for you, and check us out at dialthegate.com for the complete schedule coming up, and Sunday the 20th, Rising at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So we'll see you soon. Bye now.
Bye.